To Dr. Michael Smithee, Editor-in-Chief of International Research and Review. He's here with us to say about faculty publication and how it helps internationalization. Over to you, Dr. Smithee. Mike, over to you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm delighted to be here and to talk with you about my own research and activities. I have to say that I was invited to speak to and collaborate with faculty at Albany State University in Georgia about 5 or so years ago. And as a result, there were some activities that resulted in some publications. But that led me to think about how much faculty in HBCU had actually published, or what I want to say is contributed to other faculty understanding about what internationalization is. And so, especially internationalization of the curriculum and an effort to help their students with learning about the global economy and the global world, so to speak. During the beginning of the COVID crisis, I began to research through the web because I couldn't go to any libraries. And so what I did was I found 192 useful publications using variations on the term of internationalization of the curriculum. And figure 1, as you can see, shows the frequency of publications between 1972 and 2020. And the HBCUs are in blue. I'm sorry, the non-HBCUs are in blues and the HBCUs are in orange. And as you can see, the HBCUs did not really join the conversation about this topic until roughly 2011, 2012, and so on. In fact, Dr. Pender's was one of the earlier publications that began to galvanize this thinking. Thank you, Dr. Pender. And then on figure 2, if you will show that, Krishna, figure 2 shows the focus of published articles. And what I used was an instructional design model of ADDIE to look at the categories that emerged from those 192 articles. And I found that they fell into 3 categories. One was front end, that is, what should we do? The second was implementation, is how should we do it? And the third was back end, and that is an evaluation and an assessment and reflection of what was done. And as you can see, the back end contribution is the smallest, and that is where the faculty come in from my point of view. What I found in this research was that faculty respond to development programs seeking to engage them in internationalizing the curriculum, and also respond to those programs in which they are encouraged to write about their experiences, because that helps them think through the process, but it also helps them alert other faculty as to how that process works. I appreciate Dr. Burke's and Dr. Clay's comments about faculty networks and getting together and meeting and helping each other think through these processes. Also, I found that reflection of the faculty on the process of developing international curriculum is highly relevant to moving the needle for internationalization at institutions and for students itself as well. This reflection is likely to affect other faculty and administrators. And this is the intent of some of the key institutions that are promoting internationalization of the curriculum, the University of Minnesota and Indiana University, IUPUI, Purdue University of Indianapolis. I also found that some disciplines are very active in internationalizing. For example, nursing, geography, teacher education, and so on. However, I I also found that there were only two major volumes that dealt with multidisciplinary faculty reflections uh, about their experiences with internationalizing the curriculum, and those were published by non-HBCUs. However, in 2015, I was fortunate to be able to assist in HBCU faculty from Albany State University in Georgia, publishing their multidisciplinary reflections on internationalizing the curriculum. And I did that in my journal, which is the International Research and Review. We do have another second version of that coming out. In fact, in this spring in 2022, we were able to do that. So in conclusion, I found that given that virtual learning has modified the concept of student mobility, I think more research is needed in internationalizing the curriculum, and especially in terms of internationalizing at home, which is a slightly different concept and one that should be attended to as well. And also, and more research is needed on learning via virtual international education environment, because um, now that COVID has forced us into a hybrid situation of having face-to-face classes as well as virtual learning, in fact, virtual learning has become feasible, more feasible than it ever was. And this allows for all kind of interesting aspects of learning abroad, especially as you were saying in Zambia or Uganda or many African countries that students wish to visit, but have commitments that they they can't actually physically explore that, but they can go virtually. We need to know how that affects intercultural learning, intercultural competencies, and competition in the marketplace. And so those are some things that I think we should be looking out for in the future. And I thank you for your time and invite questions when you have them.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciated for taking time to write the chapter and also sharing your thoughts with us this morning.